Welcome back, everybody. Today's video is going to be interesting and fun nonetheless. I'm sure it sounds pretty weird right now, but that's because I have no carpet in this room. We are currently standing in my office. This is the kickstart to getting the floors put into the house, and they are starting in my office. So Ruben took the carpet out this morning. If you guys follow me on Instagram, you guys probably already saw that. Buddy, what are you doing? He just comes in here and smells around. I don't know why. But anyways, so I had the thought of, before they put the floors down, I really want to paint these walls, because the last time I painted them walls, I just got off from work too and I'm incredibly exhausted. Anyway, the last time I painted these walls was a while back, and it's like a yellowy color. I don't know if you can tell, but it's kind of like a, anyways, we're gonna do it. And I figured I'd bring you guys along. I don't have anything else that I can film right now because let me show you the state of my house. So this is currently my living room. Everything that came out of the office is now sitting in the middle of my living room, either right here or here in this bedroom. So everything's in here. Everything is in here. I can't even talk, you guys. My desk, my computer sitting down here. Everything is just jam-packed into this one room. Look at it. You can't even walk around in here. So everything is here in this room and in the living room that came out of the office. And I wasn't quite sure how or what I was going to film. So I figured I would just do these little almost daily vlogs of the things that I'm doing here around the house while we're getting the floors put in. Anyway, I figured this would be a good way for me to document the whole thing and bring you guys along. So let's just go ahead and get to it. I have to change my clothes, get into something comfortable, and then we're going to get this room painted. You guys, I really wish that I could sit here and say that as I'm doing this voiceover that I have put a new battery in that smoke detector, but I have not. So I apologize again in advance. You're probably going to hear it in the background. But I was really glad that I had a little bit of time to come in here and paint this room because it was something that I definitely wanted to do. However, when we painted the rest of the house, we still had some paint left, and that's what obviously I was going to use in this room, right? So Ruben had already gotten it all prepped for me. I'm going to insert, if you guys don't follow me on Instagram, I'm going to insert a little video that he did here in just a second so you can see how good he did. But I wanted to come in and get everything sanded down and wiped down. That way I could just, paint really quickly. It was an epic fail because I got all the way around top to bottom of the whole room except for just an itty bit of corner space, and I'm so mad because I haven't had the opportunity to go back out, get some more paint and finish that, and the floors are already down in this room. So it's been a wild ride. When I tell you that anything that could have gone wrong has been going wrong, it has, and we're just trying to get through it. But anyways, it's turning out really good, and I am glad that I did go ahead and start the paint on this room because it's not going to be much for me to finish, and that's perfectly fine. I think the floors will be okay. I will just keep that corner covered, and we can move on, and it can be done. But another thing about these floors, Ruben is actually doing the install along with a friend of his that he works with. This friend of his has done this for years, and he knows exactly what he's doing, and Ruben's here to help. He's never laid a floor before, but he's not, dumb. He can figure stuff out, right? As much as I like to make fun of him, he's pretty daggone smart. But anyway, they've been working on this in their off hours, anytime that they can, and it's taken a little bit longer, but I know it's being done right, and I have 10,000% certainty it's going to be a perfect floor. But since they were doing all of this while I was at work, I couldn't get any of it filmed. I got a little bit of it filmed, like from my security camera, you can see. I'll show you that at the end. But Ruben did so good, and he sent me this without me even asking.
Today was prep the first room that we're going to lay the flooring in tomorrow morning. I went ahead and took everything off the wall for Mandy, picture-wise, and filled all the holes so when she gets home this evening from work, she'll be able to sand the filler and start the painting process. It really wasn't that bad. I was able to get the tack strips off and all the staples out of the floor today pretty easily. I swept everything up, and tomorrow we're going to get going on laying the flooring.
Now you tell me that man is not a natural. I have been begging him to have his own channel for so long. I told him I would do all of the background work. I would edit his stuff. I would take care of the channel. Just like when he goes to the farm and he just does, man stuff at the farm, or when he goes hunting or fishing or whatever. And he's like, no, I could never do that. Like he's not like a big public speaker type person, you know what I mean? But he's getting a little bit more comfortable now that I force him to get in front of the camera sometimes. But I really appreciated him sending me that because, as I said, I don't have a ton of footage, but I do have some, and I will be sharing that with you. I will share some of that with you at the end of the video, but I do have some more for like another updated video that I'm going to have for you guys. But anyways, I got all of the little places where he had patched the holes. I got that all sanded down. I wiped down the walls, and then I realized that I had packed up my little hand vac. So all of that dust that was sitting on top of the floorboards, I just had to like wipe off with a little wet towel. But I got all that done, and then I took all of the outlet covers off so that I could start painting. I always start with my trim. I've find that that's just so much easier to do. And I was so confident, you guys. I was so confident. I was like, man, I'm going to have just enough for this. But it did not turn out that way. And that is perfectly fine. I will get the paint. I will fix it. I'm not going to let it stress me out. But I did want to address something in case there are questions at the end of this video. Yes, all of my pictures that were on that wall that Rosa sent me for my birthday, they did come down. I do have them. I will never get rid of those. But I feel like I want to go in a little bit of a different direction in this room, kind of just like a clean slate. But yes, I do have them, and I will never, ever, ever, never get rid of those things. And it's funny because in the last video I posted for the declutter of this room, which by the way, it's a great video. If you have not seen it, please go back and watch it. I did have some people in the comment section, they were like, are those really serial killers on your wall behind you? And then another person was like, something about like great choice for your wall art or something like that. It was, I think it was in a condescending way, but that's okay because it's my wall and not theirs. Anyways, that did cause a lot of questions and comments, and I thought it was funny, but everybody kind of, took it as it was because I told them what my response was. I enjoy true crime, and that's just, what I wanted on my wall. So there. Anyways, yeah, decluttering so much. Now, when I can get through these other rooms, because right now it looks like an atom bomb blew up in here, I will declutter those areas too. But again, this just happened so quickly, like it made my head spin how fast it was. But it's happening, and I'm excited. I'm so stinking excited. So we still actually have like everything everywhere in this house, but some of the pieces of furniture like the couch and things like that are sitting on top of a floor that's already been done. I told Ruben the other day, I was like, can you like look in that room where the new floor is and then all of the decor and the furniture pieces that we have? I said, now do you see how it just kind of like all vibes with each other and it all makes sense? And he's like, yeah, I see that. I said, it was just so hard to get my vision across when the living room and the kitchen were divided, by the different floors, and it was just all patchy and blotchy. And I knew that this could be amazing and it would look great. And these floors are definitely going to be, I think, the number one reason of that. And I cannot thank him enough for helping me make this happen. Ruben will probably never see this video, but I love you and I appreciate you. Thank you so, so much. I'm going to be so much happier. I think I said before too that I don't know what I'm going to complain about anymore because I've got my floors, but we'll find something. Y'all know we always do. But I'm so excited to see how everything is going to turn out and how much different the house is going to look, because I know just by seeing the little bits that I can see now, it looks like a completely different house. But I did have some other questions from people as well as to like if Bodie's freaked out or anything like that. He's not freaked out in the slightest, and here's why. He's probably more mad than he is freaked out because they'll start doing work on the floors at like 6:30, 7 o'clock in the morning, right? And Ruben will take Bodie downstairs and put him in his kennel, and he stays down there because there's just too much to get into up here. We don't want him to get hurt. We don't want him to get in the way, things like that. So he'll stay downstairs all day. He's perfectly fine. He has a TV. He can go to the bathroom. He has food, water. He's great, right? So, but you guys know how Bodie is. He has to be beside you 1,000 times during the day. And I think he's probably more mad because he can hear Ruben's friend up here, and he can't get up here to make him rub him. I think that's probably the biggest thing, because when he comes upstairs in the evenings, he's like sniffing all over the place. Of course, it looks like a completely different house than it did when he went down there earlier that morning. I can see that I will have to end up getting him another dog bed, because this morning when I got up, I couldn't find him. Like, I didn't know where he was at. And he finally walked out of the spare bedroom, where there's like the only little small patch of carpet left, and he was laying right there. So I was like, oh, I definitely have to get him a nice bed. He's been so good during this whole thing. But anywho, I also wanted to show you a couple little ideas that I want for this room. Like, I love these curtains, and I think that color is just beautiful. Artwork, I kind of want to go like Art Deco-y, just really Mod Podge, but really nice, really fun. Something similar to that. Also, I think I want to sand my dresser down and stain it to this color. I don't want a white dresser anymore, because it's just going to blend directly into this wall and look blah. And I want to get away from blah. And I think that would be a really cool DIY to do with you guys. So let me know in the comments if you think that I should sand down my dresser and stain it, to kind of match everything. Oh my gosh. I hope that this smoke detector is not as annoying to you as it is to me. It is literally above my ear right now. Why I haven't changed it? Well, actually, I'll tell you why. I bought myself a little 9-volt battery, and I set it down like the night before we started tearing these rooms up, and I don't know what I've done with it. So in short of me going to the store and buying another one, it's just going to keep beeping, and I apologize. But it's annoying. Anyways, the room was looking good. It was feeling real fresh. I knew I did need to do the ceiling at some point as well, but I wasn't going to do it on this day. I also knew that I had plenty of paint for all of that trim, which I didn't get to because I got highly, highly discouraged. I had gotten around, like I said, this entire room, and all I needed was one little tiny corner, and there went my luck. It was just, I felt so defeated. I was like, the one thing that I wanted to do, and I couldn't even get that done. But I wouldn't expect anything less. And again, like I said, it's not a huge deal breaker. I will get it done. I promise you guys. And I'm just excited that I can start putting some other stuff in here. I think I want to do another desk. I'm not sure. I think I want to do another desk. Also, in the spare bedroom where Mila and Mia's stuff is, I was going to take down the pack and play, because she's not really mobile right now, so I don't need it. And then that little table that the TV is on, I'm going to put that in the closet after I declutter it. And then I can put, all the things that we need in there and utilize that space. And then I wanted to take that little credenza table that was in my office here and put that in that bedroom and put the TV on top of that. And then that way I could use the inside of that for like Mila's clothes and stuff. And then that gives me more space in this room. I don't know. We'll see. I'm just running things through my brain. And that's when I hit the ceiling. And it's a big obvious chunk that I hit the ceiling, and I didn't mean to, and I felt really bad. Anyways, I know that this has been a lot of footage of just seeing me paint these walls, but I hope that you've been able to just like listen and get an update of things, because that's normally what my stuff is here. I just like to talk to you guys, and I think y'all just really enjoy the therapy sessions that we have here, and it's the best part of my day. But also, I wanted to show you, here is exactly how much I had left. I got all of these done. I was so excited, and I got all the way there. That's it. That's all I had left to do, and I was so irritated, but I just left the room. I just turned the light off and I left the room, and I said, you know what, we will worry about that on another day. Not today, not this day, but another day, and we will. So this is how everything looked in the room. I got everything out. The carpet was gone, everything was gone, and it was ready to rock and roll, and that's exactly where they started. But here is a little bit of footage that I was able to take like from our little security camera thing in the kitchen. I got some of Ruben taking some of the carpet and things out and taking that away. And you're going to get like a little teaser of the floor in here. You're going to be able to see it a little bit. And let me know your thoughts. I'm anxious to see, because I've had some people tell me that I should go really, really light. And then I had people tell me that I should go dark. And honestly, I think I said this before too. When we were getting ready to purchase the flooring, we were like, okay, let's go back and take a look at the colors again, make sure that we want the same one that we wanted a couple years ago. And immediately when we saw it, we were like, yeah, no, we don't need to look at anything else. That's perfect. That's exactly what we want. And I'm so in love with it. It's a beautiful color. I think it accents the home really well. I don't think it makes it look any smaller. Actually, I think it just opens everything up. Also because there's just that break right there in between the living room and the dining room and kitchen. I just feel like that breaks it up and it makes it look, it just makes everything look smaller to me. Like the room's really tiny, but the floors now all flow. So I just think it really opens it up. Anyways, I'm rambling because I'm excited. And I had to kick Ruben out and go to the basement for 30 minutes while I did this voiceover because this bedroom is the only place we can both be at the same time because our house is such a wreck. So I really wanted to make sure that I could get this done for you guys and just a little bit of an update. But there in the middle of the floor, I think I got a little bit of footage of this. We had a squeak, right? So Ruben said, let's see if we can fix it. So they had to dig up like a big piece of the floorboard. They had to fix the floor joists and then replace that. And then we had to sand where it was, or not sand, but we had to level out a big hump in the middle of the two rooms. Then we had to wait for all of that to dry so that they could sand it. That was a whole day to do that. It's just been one thing after another. And then recently today, they got through the kitchen and like where our back door is, we have to replace all that because it's rotted and everything's going to come in the floor and ruin it. Anyway, every day it's something new and I'm just so extremely excited. But here's a little bit of Ruben taking out the linoleum. That came up really easy. I just sat here and watched him, but it looked like it came up very easy. And he did such a good job. And I know how bad his back has been hurting and I want to do something really nice for him. So give me suggestions in the comments what you think I should do. But literally, as they got through each room, whatever furniture, whatever anything was sitting in there, we had to like then relocate it to another room. It's been a holy mess, but we persevere. Okay, we're gonna get through it. But I'm really excited. You can see a little sneak peek of the floor right there. Can you see it? Can you see it? Oh my gosh, I love it so much, you guys. And I think decorating like for Christmas with like, remember last year where I said, I want color. I want color this year. No more drab stuff. I think, oh my gosh, I'm just so excited. I can't wait. You guys, Christmas is just going to be amazing this year because Mila's here too. So now I get to like put out some really fun stuff and like kid stuff and oh my gosh. Anyways, I'm just really, really excited. And you're probably going to have to come with me to the store to get new Christmas stuff. We're going to pick out things together. I also need to go and pick out some rugs. I'm going to need a bunch of rugs. I've been online. I just don't know exactly what it is, like what kind of print or theme or what I want to do. I think in the living room, I want something cream with like black accents, like maybe black stripes or something. I'm not quite sure. I kind of have a vision. I don't know. We'll see. You guys are going to have to tell me what you think. And another thing that I told Ruben too, I said, once we get this carpet out, you're going to notice like a completely different smell of this house. Not that I always have that fear that my house smells like dog, and everybody that, comes over, I ask them, I'm like, does it smell like a dog lives here? And everybody's like, no, absolutely not. But I always have that fear. So now that the carpet's gone, any of those remnants of anything is just going to help it so much. And I'm excited about that too, because now that we have the couch that's not fabric, and now we've got the floors, it's just going to be so much nicer. But anyway, here are a couple little shoots of what the house looks like now. We've actually got a little bit further in the kitchen, but look at that. Oh my gosh, it looks so good. Anyways, I hope you guys have enjoyed this. I will update you more soon. And thank you so much for coming along and watching this journey. I love you and I appreciate you, and I will see you in the next one. Bye.